I don't know when it froze. Having absolutely the worst time trying to maintain the stream, but okay. What happened apparently was that some protesters were doing a sit-in.
Okay, I just got back. Okay, so we got Satan here from SoCal. Apparently, I'm not sure if somebody. I was in the boathouse right now. So if somebody jumped the fence or not, I wouldn't know.
No, there were some protesters doing a sit-in right here, and the police drove up with their vans and hauled them away.
Why? What were they doing?
They didn't say. They just decided that they were going to pick them up.
Was it part of those guys wearing all black with the red?
I didn't get to see them. I got over here after they had started putting them into the riot vans, and they were completely surrounded by the police, so I couldn't actually see any of the people that were arrested, but I heard from some of the other people that were already here filming that they were doing a sit-in right in this area. We pulled up with their vans and put them into the vans and took them away.
Okay, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So there you have it. I mean,
I don't know how many. Nobody seems to really know exactly, but hold on.
There's a group
of 100 delegates. Currently marching down Packer. Turning on Broad. Coming towards us.
They're coming towards us.
Let's go meet them.
Alright, so we heard that, and the cops heard that, and the cops are moving a different way. But delegates, they say a group of approximately 100 delegates are making their way to us, so we're going to go meet them. Because everybody's tired, and we should just split the difference here as far as how far we all walk. Who vanished? Word is that a lot of the delegates that are coming out are from California, that they were trying to make their way around to get to us. So your friend might be one of them. I also did hear from one of the Nevada delegates that the people were so tired and beat up from everything that's been going on that they just got on buses and went back to their hotels. It wasn't something that they were forced to do. They actually just made the decision that they wanted to go home. The police are following us. I'm going to see if I can do this from the street, though I think the streets are only blocked off up to this light, in which case I will have to get back on the sidewalk, but I wanted you to be able to see who's walking with us. You guys, we didn't get nada. We got more coverage of everything that happened than any election cycle in the history of the United States. You got to keep in mind that this was more than just winning a presidency. This was about exposing the corruption in our system and getting people fired up to actually want to make a change, to do what's necessary to make a change. So we didn't get nothing out of this. We got a lot out of this. And the money people spent to get here was not wasted. Alright, I've reached the point where I've got to get on one side or the other here. I would imagine the delegates are going to be on this side, but everybody seems to be on the other side. which makes no sense to me. We're gonna miss the delegates that way, I would think. They've kind of just stopped. However, the police are continuing on towards the police cars and everything, so maybe that's the way to go. I don't see anybody walking this way.
Show me what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! Hey ho! Hey ho! This oligarchy's got to go! Hey ho! Hey ho! This oligarchy's got to go! Hey ho! Hey ho! This oligarchy's got to go! Hey ho! Hey ho! This oligarchy's
Alright, I'm going to continue to stay on the street because,
got to go!
I mean, it's just filled with police cars, no other traffic, so it ought to be okay. I'm, by the way, about to walk by 2 SWAT vans. Not the big armored truck things, but just regular vans that hold all their extra equipment, these special weapons in their namesake.
This oligarchy's got to go!
Hey hey! Ho ho! This oligarchy's got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho!
Alright, so all the police that were walking past us and that seemed to be following us, as far as I can tell, they're getting in their cars.
Pause! Friends, catch up with us! Tell me what democracy looks like! Tell me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Tell me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Tell me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks
We're
like!
coming to meet them!
This is what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Angel, I'd say if Maddie was awake, go ahead and have her start saying, chanting with everyone.
They can't keep our people away from us!
Yeah! Anybody got a lighter?
No surprises, we came up to
Hell no, DMC! We will go for Hillary! Hell no!
as we came up to some of the SWATs, police on the side of the road, they of course are reporting where we are.
Hell no, DNC! We won't vote for Hillary! 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 Hell no, DNC! We won't vote for Hillary!
I'm going to attempt to record this on my phone as well.
We won't vote for Hillary! Hell no, DNC! We won't vote for Hillary!
Okay, everybody stop. Let's get up. Delegates right here.
Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street!
Alright, so I'm recording on both my phone and on Periscope.
Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street!
piece of shit phone just overheated again.
Whose streets? Our streets.
There they are.
Our streets. Yep.
This is not the boathouse. This is Broad Street. We just met with a large group of delegates that have just come from the convention. My understanding is that I think they're mostly California delegates, but we haven't confirmed that. We really just know that they're part of the 1900. The police appear to be leaving. Either that or just trying to get behind us to flank us.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Revolution! We are the revolution! We are the revolution! We are the revolution! We are the revolution!
DNC. We won't vote for Hillary. Hell no, DNC. We won't vote for Hillary. Hell no, DNC. We won't vote for Hillary. Hell no, DNC.
I'd say probably about 40 to 50 people were in this group. I don't know if you wanted to keep this, but I think this is fell off.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
We won't vote for Hillary. Hell no! DNC, we won't vote for Hillary. Hell no! We won't vote for Hillary. Hell no! DNC, we won't vote for Hillary. Hell no! DNC, we won't vote for Hillary.
Hell no, DNC, we won't vote for Hillary.
Hell no! DNC,
We won't vote for Hillary. Hell no, DNC, we won't vote for Hillary. Hell no, DNC, we won't vote for Hillary. Hell no, DNC, we won't vote for Hillary.
It'll catch us. We can keep going even slow.
Hell no,
We are the 99%. 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 We are the 99%.
I hope this footage is working for you guys so I can't see most of what I'm doing.
There's more people now than the last time I looked at.
It's up to us! Up to us! Up to us! It's 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 up to
I don't know
us!
how many hundreds of people marching right now.
Up to
Between
us!
delegates
Up to
that were inside the
us!
convention and protesters that were outside the convention. They congregated and were now marching.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Still not hell. 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 Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets?
have no idea where I am right now.
Election fraud has got to go. Hey, hey.
There is a slight chance that I currently might be in Hawaii.
Election fraud has got to go. Hey, hey.
Walk up these steps.
Election fraud has got to go. Hey, hey.
Stops that you would
Election fraud has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Election fraud has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Election fraud has got to go. Hey, hey. Election fraud has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Election fraud has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Election fraud has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Election fraud has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Election fraud has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Election fraud has got to go.
Okay, so we've made it to the boathouse within FDR Park.
Puerto Rico. We also need to keep working and fighting for the territory and especially for Puerto Rico. There's a colonial situation in Puerto Rico that we need to address. And we're here as Bernie Sanders, the only candidate who supported that the colonization of Puerto Rico. Yeah. And we're here. Of the delegates, also the volunteers and the people that keep fighting here. We appreciate it, and from Puerto Rico with love. 51 states! 51 states! 51 states! 51 states! 51 states! 51 states! 51 states!
Puerto Rico are fighting for self-determination. There's people in the island who support statehood. There's people in the island who support independence. There's people in the island who support free association. On behalf of the people of Puerto Rico, we're fighting for self-determination and to end the colonial situation in Puerto Rico. Thank you very much.
Good. And you kept us going in there. Listening to a day of infomercial after day of infomercial. Yeah, we got to end with the dystopian and George Orwellian nightmare from the military. Did y'all hear that?
It's terrible.
We're out there hearing no more wars drowned out by USA. I don't know, I thought it was in the Republican convention. But I just wanted to thank you guys. From Nevada, the chair-throwing non-capital those chairs were thrown. We tried to get the ones in the arena, but they were bolted down. I'm going to pass this over. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
From Oregon, I want you to know that I have to disagree with my brother here. It wasn't like a Republican convention. It was more like the Reichstag of Germany in 1936 when Adolf Hitler came to power. It was really surreal in there. Oregon led the walkout tonight, and after we got into the interviews, the police The police ejected the Oregon delegation from the. They ejected us tonight from the WFC, and in fact, it got a little physical. I was demanding to know why a police officer thought he had authority to eject elected delegates from a political convention. He said I didn't have a credential. I said I sure as hell do, and he ripped my credential off of me. So that's what happened.
And it's all online on Citizens Media, Facebook. You guys can search it. I recorded it all.
It's a perfect example of fascism. It's fascism. I'll make this real fast. The Oregon delegation led the walkout tonight, and after we gave media interviews, we were forced out of the center by the police. First we were surrounded by private Comcast police, and then on behalf of the corporation, the police state ejected us from the convention center. What is that called? That's called fascism. When I demanded to know what authority police officer was ejecting elected delegates from a political convention, he said he wouldn't answer, and he finally got pissed because I kept asking him. And he said, "You don't have any credential." I said, "I sure do," and he ripped the credential from off of me. And so I was decredentialed not by my party, not by my candidate, not by the people who elected me, but by the police state. So there you go.
A traitor.
Citizens Media, are you finding Danae Evans on Facebook? I will repost this tomorrow in the elected. Which group should I post it in? I will post it. You guys will. I'll post it in all the burning groups. I will clip it. I got it. Because show me what a democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what a democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what a democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Hey, how you doing now? You know why I show up? Because they want us to feel out here alone and isolated. But we choose to be where we are.
Yes.
You know, with our family. This is what
District 1. Now check it out, right? I've been through a lot of hell this past year. I created Holyoke Springfield for Bernie to give voice to Black and Latinos and our allies in our campaign.
Yeah.
And in the movement. And you know what? When I first started off, it was intense, man. You know, dealing with people, you know, who couldn't understand that Black people had a voice and why we had to say Black Lives Matter. But you know what? You know, white people that understood, white people that really want to stand with us, pushed up towards the front. Thank you.
Ronald Reagan started the crack cocaine epidemic.
You know, listen up, check it out. You know, they want us to roll over like the lap dogs, and they want to pat us our bellies, and they want us to join them.
Hell no! Never.
But even if I wanted to vote for Hillary, what the hell are you doing for me? You know, her husband signed this crime bill. You guys remember that? Now, I'm not saying that Hillary signed it too. But she damn sure did stop this country saying that we were super presidents that we the hell.
Fuck Hillary.
Hold on. I'm not going to do that. However, check this out. Whenever they ask me, you know, are you going to vote for Hillary now? Here's what I did. I shook their hand and I said, congratulations, just like I would do if we were playing the basketball game and we didn't win, okay? But guess what? We ain't done. And so they asked me, like, well, why wouldn't you vote for her? Don't you want party unity? I said, well, you know what? Give me a $20 billion stimulus package that would go into the Black and brown communities, right? To support all the Black and brown people that were locked up in prisons, put it through a cycle, a vicious cycle of going to prison and now end because of this freaking Tory laws.
Yeah.
And they look at me like I'm crazy, right? But they could find billions of dollars to go overseas and fix up someplace else. But the real deal is military missionaries and money. They go to other countries, bomb the shit out of them, promise them dreams out of their wildest dreams, and then they bring money over to woo them. But one day they're going to find out what we found out. This is bullshit! I came out here and I did my job. I voted for Bernie, but they couldn't handle that. You know what they tell us? They tell us that we lost, but here's the real fact, right? Bernie, no, listen. And I'm going to tell, listen. I didn't expect, listen, I expected a battle. I knew that there was going to be a battle.
You don't want to hear this.
Because, check this out. They've had control over the Democratic Party for so long, right? And anybody out here that didn't expect a battle, come on now, right?
Yeah.
They seen what happened, right? Movement after movement, Bernie embraced. And then, now we're here, right? Come on now. We didn't lose. No way. They didn't have a plan, so they adopted ours.
Bribery.
They can't think, so they took our thoughts. So if anybody wants to walk away tonight, you're crazy. We need to continue. We need to continue building this movement. Look around. Take a look around. Look around you right now. There's enough of us to change this damn country. There's enough of us to support our communities. We can build up from where we are. And you know what? They're still going to want to fight because they want control.
We have it. We have it.
We
out here, I'm hearing a lot of people, and they're saying never heal, Jill.
Never heal.
Now, I want to tell you something that's taken off what my brother over here says. Now, I'm a big fan of a lovely lady raised in the South like I was by the name of Nina Turner. Now, I want to tell you something that I know you know, but I know I'm preaching to the choir, but my dad used to say, you're preaching to the choir, but that's how you make them sing. Now, sorry about that, brother. Now, something I want you to understand. If you leave, if you walk, if you rage quit, you are giving up your power. Now, we have this thing called a general election coming up. Now, what we did now was the primaries. A lot of you were kept from voting in the primaries, but no one will keep you from voting in the general. And I will not tell you to vote against a candidate. What I will tell you to do is vote your conscience in the general election. But what I will also tell you is this. You can vote for Jill Stein, and you can still change the Democratic Party, because that's what a general election is about. We need you to get involved.
We need it, brother. Preach it.
We need you to get involved. I'm running. Are you running? Now, I said we need three types of runners in this movement. We need people who run for office. We need people like y'all who run for cover. But we also need people who can run the office. Everybody has a skill set that can be used in this political revolution, but not if you rage quit. We want the seat at the table that belongs to us. If they don't give it to us, guess what?
We take it.
We're going to go take our seats. And if they still don't want to give it to us, guess what?
Shut it down.
We are going to take the whole damn table. But we can't do this. We can't do this if you rage quit. So before you DemExit, and if you want to do that, that is absolutely up to you. If you want to do that, that is up to you. But you cannot make change by running away. Now, I want to tell you just one little story, one last little thing. Now, we had this hard time the other night. A lot of us had a hard time the other night. We saw our general, and he sort of quit the field. And his soldiers didn't know he was quitting the field. And we, the 1900, his soldiers were quite despondent about that. So, a lot of people walked out. I knew he was going to do it, so I walked out so I didn't have to watch it. Now, I walked out. I stayed out for about 10, 15 minutes. And you know what I said to myself? They can't take my seat. If I give them my seat, they can't go away my voice. If I run away, that's what they want me to do. And I sat back down. I came back into that room, and it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my 43 years. Was going back into that room knowing that my people, my family, most of them had gone off because they needed to do what they needed to do. But I needed to do what I needed to do, step up and lead. And I needed to go in and take my power. And I sat there, and you know what happened? 18 little millennial, beautiful, little happy-looking pillbots, most likely paid by the DNC, came over and sat around me.
There was a Craigslist ad, $50 a night.
Hell, we paid $500 a night just to be here. So, these little hillbots, they came sitting around, 11 of them, 11 strong, and the girls were mean. The girls were the meanest. I hate to say it, ladies. But the girls were the meanest. And I sat down next to this buddy of mine who kind of looked like me about 15 years ago. I don't know if they were studying us because I wore a suit the first day. He was wearing a suit. Sitting in the seat I was sitting in the night before. I'm like, man, they must be doing, like, recon. And I said to my buddy Joe, I said, Joe, do you know why you're here? And he said, well, you know, I needed to sit down somewhere. I said, that's okay. We're going to talk about the political revolution. And he said, well, I'm for Hillary. I said, not for long. And I said, if you're going to in the seat that belongs to a Bernie Sanders delegate, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk at you until you get your ass up. Well, he got a lecture for the rest of the night because, as our brother over here says, I guess he was getting paid. But he got paid to learn about the political revolution. Probably the best $50 he got paid. I don't know if he's going to vote for Hillary or not. I did several interviews today. Every single one of them, you know what they asked me? Every single one of them, they said, Adam, what can she say? What can she say that will make you vote for her? And I said, it's not no, my brother. I'm sorry, my brother. I'm sorry. I know I sound like Cornel West, but that's because I'm disappointed I didn't get to meet him out here. But what I said is, it's not about what Hillary's going to say. She can't say anything to me because I can't believe anything she said. Yeah, she didn't say she conceded. That was sad. We all expected that. Yeah. So what I'm telling you, and I'll keep it short, and we'll be around here if anybody wants to talk to anybody in that room. But don't give up your power. Don't rage quit people. We have work we can do. Now, y'all know where I'm from. I'm from Nevada, home of the most corrupt state convention broadcast live around the world. And we sat there with Harry Reid this morning. Yeah, Harry Reid. Bernie's best friend, as long as he's walking her backwards with a knife. And we're talking, and one of our people, and she's here somewhere over here, a wonderful woman. You probably, if you watch the platform committee, she's the one that was pushing to take marijuana off the Schedule I narcotics list.
Yes! I love her!
She's here. You may be able to find her. Christine, you have fans. So,
right here, Christine, I love you.
So, one of the things that I'm going to tell you is that she got up to speak truth to power. And she got up and she said, Senator Reid, you announced to the world today that you talked to Bernie and you let Bernie know that you were sorry and you knew that he was treated unfairly by the Democratic Party. Do you have something to say about that? And he obfuscated and told some story about growing up in a town that had no people but 5 whorehouses and his mother did laundry. I kid you not. This is the truth. And he was obfuscating. And Christine said, Senator, you didn't ask the question. You know what he said to her? This brilliant woman on the platform committee. You know what he said? He said, you must be stupid for not understanding what I was saying, but I wasn't saying it. That is how they are still treating us in Nevada. And you know what? We are organizing. We are getting ready. We are going to take our table if they won't give us our seats. And you need to do that where you are coming from. Because the only way change will happen is if you say, this is our house. Yes.
This is our house. This is our house. This is our house. This is our house. This is our house.
I come from a lot of places. I grew up in Burlington, Vermont. Yeah. And the first march I ever went to, I was 15 years old, and I got to go because my brother wanted the car, and I wanted to go downtown, and he couldn't have the car unless he took me. So I got to go to a Bernie Sanders march. I don't know what we were marching for. Honestly, I was 15. I was a cute guy. That was what I did. But I also heard Bernie speak that year, and he talked about the environment, and I'm big on that. And he told me to be a citizen, and he told me to vote. And I voted every year for 27 years.
Yeah, 27.
I've almost always voted blue. Sometimes you can't. However, here's my thing. Then I spent 23 years in Colorado. And when I got to Colorado, when you live in Vermont, Colorado is like the promised land. They say it's bigger. They say it's better. They say it's everything that Vermont is times 100. Well, I'll tell you, it is times 100. There's a fucking ton of people there. But, and there's not quite that many people in Vermont, but the thing is, when I got to Colorado, they weren't recycling, these fucking assholes, and they weren't doing anything. And when I got there, they were trying to make it illegal to be gay. And I got there because I ran away from Vermont, because it's really hard to come out to the city when you've known your whole life. So I went to Colorado to find a place to be, and I found it. And I voted and worked my ass off as an activist for 5 years and overturned Amendment 2, which tried to make gay illegal. And the reason I did it was because I wanted to be free, but also, and have my life, but also because Bernie Sanders had inspired me when I was 15. I had no idea that one day I would move to freaking Texas, but that's where I moved a year and a half ago, and I didn't think I'd see anyone I liked, because I assumed it was awful there. And it is awful hot. But I'll tell you right now, every single Bernie person I've met in the last year and a half are my best friends.
Go, Lord.
The other thing about the Bernies that people don't understand, and that I've been trying to drill in these fucking Hillary's heads all week as a national delegate, having breakfast with them and riding damn buses with them and waiting in lines with them. This is what I've tried to tell them. We are not what you think. We are stronger than you think. We work harder than you ever have.
Yes.
We gave the same percentage of our hard-earned dollars to you, not them, to the cause that they give. It may not be the $2,700, but I gave $27 every single time I could. Here's what I want to tell all of you. Don't stop. And here's the best part about Texas. You would have thought that in Texas we would be all divided now and arguing. Well, my SC23 counterpart, the male delegate from the SC23, he's out. Done. He doesn't want to do Democrats. That's fine. I do. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be on the inside. Good. But I need you guys, or whoever is here that's going to be on the outside, we fucking need you. Sorry for the F-word, I'm out of drink. And then the other thing is, we need the people on the inside, and we need you to do exactly what Bernie said, and that's all I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And that means our revolution, and that means for me in Texas, Texas Revolution Texas, that's what I'll be doing, and I hope you guys all find your path, and I hope that you understand why I know I will vote for the first woman president, and why I know it's awful, and why I know it hurts, but at the same time, some of the people that don't believe what she did, don't believe what they hear, and don't hear it because it's not on the news.
Hold her accountable.
And the young, well, that's of course what I do. But these young people, these really little girls that that don't have the knowledge to read the newspaper yet, they're kids. They're going to see a fucking female president being inducted into the White House. You guys, that's fucking big. It could be Jill Stein, but you just have to work hard.
Jill not hell.
Hey, you know what it is? I'm telling you right now, we rock. We're awesome. Today, the Bernie delegate inside made me so proud to be a part of them. And I want to thank you all on the outside, because without you, I wouldn't have stayed inside. Thank you.
Did you vote for Jill Stein as a Democrat?
Good evening, everybody.
Just think about it, though.
My name
if you guys vote for her,
is Josh Brown,
all of us to vote.
but my friends call me Fox, and I hope you are my friends. In fact, I hope you are my family.
Go, Fox!
I'm from North Carolina, representing our state here. And I can tell you, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I want you to vote. I want you to vote.
Yes.
Please.
Good.
Remember that each of these people in the party fought so hard to be here. They're told to raise thousands of dollars each for these damn hotels we have to stay in to get our credentials to stay. To come do this.
Scam.
It is. It is. And I want you to learn how the process works in your state so you can take over your party. Start at the precincts and work your way up. We have the numbers. We've always had the numbers. We just don't recognize it ourselves, so we don't show up at the meetings. But we could take it over. You can take it over. This party is your party, or will be. And what they really want to do, you heard from Sister Nina Turner. I was there at the People's Convention last Saturday. I'm going to quote her on one thing real quick. She said, you know, they want her to leave the party. They want us to leave the party. They want us to leave the party before next year when chairmanships come up for elections. The people inside the party that we're bitching about this year, they're not up for election this year, but they are next year. So show up, vote them out, take it over, make it yours.
Great message.
Miguel Zuniga, District 43, California. Just want to thank all of you, because without all of you, this would have been impossible. It took all you guys to throw a couple nickels in our budget just to get here. So we really appreciate it. I hope we made you all proud, because you did this with a lot of hard work, a lot of passion, a lot of love. You guys are our family. You guys are Americans. Our country couldn't for any party. We're going home.
We're going home. Alright, here we go. So who's running for something this year? Or this year? Who's going for water board? Who's going for school board? You guys better go to see some people, because we don't need politicians doing their job. We need people doing politicians' jobs. We work real hard not to lose it now. I do recommend some people supporting the Green Party. I do recommend some people running the Democratic Party. I recommend some progressives running the Republican Party. Because if we have progressives like Dairy Party, then they're really going to be screwed. We're going to take over this country quick at a time. We'll build a whole wall around the government that never cared about us. You guys. We are the future.
They want us to leave the party. We will not give them the pleasure. Yes. That was the quote. They want. Nina Turner's quote was, they want us to leave the party. We will not give them the pleasure. Stay in. Take it over. Bring friends. I recruited people to be delegates this year who've never served as delegates. I recruited people to be delegates this year who weren't even part of the Democratic Party before this year. Take it over.
Amen.
Inside, we were your voice. Outside, you were our voice. Together, we were her.
It's okay. We're still here.
I don't even know if I've heard one of these things before. I just want to say...
You gotta talk into it.
I didn't really know what the rose is for until you just told me that people on the outside wanted to honor the delegates on the inside with these roses. I want to say thank you so much. Really, you guys on the outside have changed my life this week. It's very scary in there. But when I looked at all of the activists going on outside, on the inside, you guys inspired me to come on this march, to be vocal on the inside, to hold up signs and be your voice. You guys inspired me, so I want to thank you. I wish I brought a rose for each one of you guys tonight, because you really all did change my life, and we need to be working on the inside and the out. And then there's one last thank you I think we should all say, and that's thank you to Bernie Sanders.
Hell yeah!
Running for state house in Seattle. I love you.
say very briefly that we have had a very rough convention, as you know, but we've come out even stronger than we went in. The revolution is strong in us. And with the brand new Congress, we have the potential to be able to take over every congressional seat coming up in 2018.
Yes!
Which would be over 20 years, $126,000. That's the state we live in today. Let's do the same thing to run for office. And I love you. Let's take it over. Our time is now. The revolution has just begun.
Yeah!
My name is Chad Lupke. I'm the founder of Washington for Bernie Sanders. I started that on April 28, 2015, the day he announced. We won every county.
Yeah.
We won every legislative district. We got 73%.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But that date's not my first. I joined this revolution in 2003 when I beat cancer. When I beat cancer and I looked at the bills and I realized there's 47 million people in this country at that time that didn't have access to a doctor at all. I have been single payer or bust ever since. That's when I got involved. In May of 2003, I went structure they needed. I worked my way up over the next 12 years. I became the chair of my local district. I became an advisor to chairs all across the state. And then in 2012, I got burned out. You know why?
Why is that?
Because I felt the corruption seeping in. And you know where it came from? I didn't feel like people had my back. I didn't have enough support.
What are you going to do about it?
I didn't have to do anything. Bernie Sanders became the Messiah. He brought all of you.
Now what are you going to do about it?
I'll tell you what you're going to do about it.
We're going to march down Broad Street.
You're going to become activists. You're going to become effective activists. And I'm going to tell you the 3 magic questions that you need to be able to answer for anything. What decision is being made? Who is making that decision? How do I influence that decision? From local party to the president's office. That's how politics gets done. With all of you at our backs, we were able to stand strong and strong together in that hall and feel good about what we were doing, no matter how bad we felt inside. Because of you.
Take the streets! Take the streets!
Delegates! Take the streets. Take the party. Take the country. Save the world.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
I hope I don't get fired.
Hey there.
I have the Nina right here next.
My name's Nicole Back. I'm from New Mexico, and I was on the platform committee in Florida, which was the biggest joke on the face of the earth. Everybody on the DNC, everybody with HRC voted every vote exactly the same unanimously against the things that really matter to us. In amendments, they refused to use the words, therefore we oppose the TPP. That was all we wanted on that, and they refused. As they told us, we agree, we agree, we agree. Fuck you.
Empty rhetoric.
Israel, Palestine. We agree, we agree, we agree. Fuck you. Fracking. Yes, you're right. We agree, we agree. fuck you. Every time. That it was exactly 91. That was their numbers. Every time. So they are, and Hillary's standing up there tonight saying that we believe and we want FMLA. Oh, guess what they did in the committee? Fuck you. So that is not true. She is not supporting the FMLA. She is not representing us in any way, shape, or form right now because money, 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 power, greed, and brainwashing. As any of the delegates can tell you as we sit in this room with infomercials on how to be afraid of Donald Trump and how we love fucking Hillary because she's going to do all this shit. Now, is it not the phrase that the future can very easily be predicted by past behavior? Yes. So what the fuck are we doing, right? Past behavior shows us she's not going to keep any of her promises. She is enforcing the TPP, I guarantee it. She put Tim Kaine in there, and he's a motherfucking corporatist, and we all know it. They're afraid of who Trump's going to put on the SCOTUS. Guess who she's going to put on the SCOTUS? A fucking corporate interest, and we all know it. This shit has to stop. Enough is enough. I'm tired of being lied to. I DemExited today. Yay! Because I fucking had it. So I am out of the party. I will be down ballot though. And you will be accountable for each and every action and vote that you take as a representative of my state. If you are in the legislature and you say you're going to do something and you vote the obvious, I will publicize the hell out of you. They will know every move you make. Every fucking move. I will be on the inside. I will be on the outside. This cannot stand anymore. We are in a party, or we're in a party, that's DNC does not care. Undemocratic National Committee, Democratic National Corporation. We are not being represented. There is no way. And the TPP, Tim Kaine, that's going to happen. We know there's going to be a flip-flop. But brand new Congress, 1,000% brand new Congress. My friend is running for school board. And I've already been approached to try and run in a couple of years. And I'm ready. If I can do it, I'm ready to go. And everybody has to keep this momentum, and you know it. Everybody knows it. And we have to do it on the local level because these suckers are coming in at the bottom too. And they're getting the Kool-Aid all the way to the top. And we need to get in there, wake people up, and let them know we aren't drinking your fucking Kool-Aid anymore. We know what's happening. Thank you, Bernie Sanders. And I want to say thank all of you for being out here and supporting my efforts at the platform committee. Every one of you, I know you were out here. I know you were fighting the fight. And we knew it. And the best thing that came out of that stupid loser fucking committee was that I met my family there. Everybody. I met people from California, Indiana, West Virginia, Florida, Texas, Arizona, everywhere. And they are mobilized. Keep faith, keep hope. Get our asses in from the bottom up. Otherwise, as I said in an interview with the Albuquerque Journal, we keep going this way with Hillary, nothing will ever change. So let's get it done.
My name is Davina. I am from New Mexico. I'm going to keep this short. You guys are freaking awesome. I can feel the energy amongst us. This might be the last night for a lot of us in Philadelphia. What do you say about continuing this on Broad Street?
That's what I wanted to say. He said it. This guy's running for Congress, so I suppose he's going next.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joe Holdaway. And when these people say that you are the future and you can make a difference, they're absolutely right. I want to hear who's pissed off. Who's pissed off? All right, then let's do something about it. Alaska took Bernie by 80%, and I got on the credentials committee, and there was an incident of corruption where they tried to steal some Bernie votes for Hillary Clinton, and I was on that committee that got those votes back. And now, because my state is in a huge budget deficit, I'm doing something about it. Our legislators are paying the oil companies to take the oil out of the ground. That is why we're in a budget deficit. And with their millions of dollars in lobbying and campaigning, they're convincing the people. But now, I see that we have a chance to convince the people to do the right thing.
Yes, we do. We've had power all along.
All right. So, my name's Cheryl Holdaway. I'm running for District 2. I need all the support I can get.
Say your name again.
Cheryl Holdaway.
How do we find you? Yeah. How do we find you?
Facebook group. Trudeau for Trudeau Neal and Holdaway. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this situation is getting a little bit lackadaisical. Do you agree? Plus, Romeo would help me, and I'm scared to get up here and go. I'm scared to lose my job. But whatever happened to everybody coming together and actually making it like a movement that matters? Like everybody's here. I called 4 news stations, but they said they're here. Turn around and look, nobody's here.
Just keep marching.
Keep marching, okay.
Don't stop.
So why don't we take this, get a little bit of energy, and walk down Broad Street, and walk right to City Hall.
Some more delegates right here.
The delegates are with you guys. They tried to shame us. They tried to shut us down. They tried to say that we were being disrespectful, but I don't give a shit because people are going to die no matter who is sitting at that desk. If it is Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, people are going to die. People donated to us delegates. They believed in us, and I wasn't going to be a puppet for that fucking 7-hour Hillary Clinton commercial. I'm out here to fight for Bernie Sanders and his revolution. This is what he fought for. This right here. Strangers from all over the entire country coming together. We're networking. We're organizing. And we're going to show them that we have the power. We're going to show the corporate elitists that we don't need their fucking money to run for office. Hell yeah! We're going to take this shit back. We're going to take it back. They can shame us all that they want, but I don't give a shit because I know that I'm standing up for what's right. Because people in the past, they were shamed. They were shamed for women to be able to vote. They said that would never ever happen.
Angel.
And it did, because we fought together. And I believe that together, this whole Hillary Clinton Stronger Together thing is a facade. It's a facade.
Please share it on Citizens Media as well.
Thank you guys for being out here today.
Also share it on The Real Fake News, both on Facebook.
I'm going to be really, really fast. I'm a Florida delegate. My name is Shivani Patel. Florida goes to speak. And let me tell you, we have got a lot of energy here. And we cannot give up yet. Think about where you were 12 months ago. Think about this night. Think about what you thought the night that Hillary stole the goddamn nomination. Think about what you were going to do. We're going to do that tonight. We are going to march the streets of Philadelphia. And I'm a delegate. Take my credentials. I don't give a shit about my credentials. I'm right here with you.
moment with the cops.
the same thing that we want.
I went live.
Okay?
On Facebook.
You've been spending all day sitting in on the delegation. You still have a chance to sit in on the entrance exit. It's around the corner.
Delegates are right here.
We are the delegates. I'm a delegate from Connecticut. How many of you want to hear about brand new Congress? I've been about it from the beginning. Yeah. You guys want to hear about it? Have you heard about it? Okay. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. And I'm giving this same speech tomorrow in Philadelphia. I've been to 3 cities in Connecticut. I'll be in Boston next week. So I've been going around telling people about brand new Congress. Okay, and what it is, it focuses on 2018. Do you guys know what happens in 2018? Midterm elections. Okay? We have an awful problem in this country where people do not vote on midterm elections. But look around you. Look at the faces of the people around you. These people are not giving up, and neither are we, and neither are you. And brand new Congress is going to run 435 progressive candidates for office. Every one of us will have the opportunity to vote for somebody who shares the Bernie platform. Okay? How we are going to do it is this. Every person in this country wants health care, single payer. Okay? Whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, Green, or any other political party, everybody agrees that if you get sick, you shouldn't lose your house. These are common sense issues, okay? Increase in the minimum wage. No more war. These are all universal platforms that the Democratic and Republican Party divide us by things that are not having to do with pocketbook issues. So what we need to do is run a candidate. If you live in Tennessee, you have the opportunity to vote for a Republican who holds these values. And if you live in Connecticut, where I'm from, you will have an opportunity to vote for a Democrat that holds those values. But there's one thing you have to do. You have to stay within the party because it's all going to be primaries. There's an establishment candidate, an incumbent, in every district in this country. Chances are they're pretty corrupt. So we are going to run a primary against them. The only way for you to get more information about this is to go to brandnewcongress.org. Okay? That's brand new. Woo!
That's right.
Thank you.
240. Thank you.
Stuff. I am proud of everyone here. I'm also with one we broadcasted on the Up Us state. I'm with the Up Us group, the caravan that came here with the lead with me across the country, about 5 or 6 caravans. So, I just wanted to speak because I'm also a veteran for Bernie.
Yeah!
I'm a veteran. I'm no longer a veteran for Bernie. I'm a veteran for the Green Party. Motivation that I spoke of the other day in the night circle when everybody was disappointed and feeling the energy of 4 in the morning and some organizers from Philly, FYI, and some delegates are sitting out there. And we did a procession of the death of the DNC. We had a coffin and candles. It was that first night of activity. And everybody was sad and everybody said their, little solemn story. I'm a veteran of the Gulf War. Now, my thing as a veteran and as partly an immigrant because I was born in another country and I grew up in Texas, etc., now my whole life story, but I've seen all of America. I'm almost 50 years old. I'm a hippie. I'm a raver. I'm everything, like you guys. I've been part of the process. I worked for Michael Franti for a while. I've been part of the whole music festival scene of this whole country. And this whole process of coming here and seeing this
since John F. Kennedy's time, since Eisenhower's time, they warned us about what was happening. This was not a surprise to me as a veteran. I've known this for a long time. I used to work in the government. And so, yeah, mic check, whatever. If you want to listen, you can listen. I'm not gonna pursue and push. My thing is to inform the reality of what I see. And what I've been pushing with the Rainbow family and other tribes and other communities, I'm Chickasaw Indian too, I'm part Native American. So I know the consciousness of different communities. And what I'm trying to say here is the powerful time that we are in this moment, of this time. Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Mic check! Right here, right now. Be here, right now, because the evolution of the revolution is not over at all. There are 90 to 100 million unregistered, qualified voters right now. Mic check? Mic check! Voter registration is one of the crucial strategies of this moment. We have 90 days. How are we going to motivate a bunch of kids and a bunch of people that are not motivated to motivate? Galleries, festivals, music. How many musicians do we have? We have lots. We have lots of people across the country. And think about us. Us. We are us. Us is... Anyways, sorry. I'm going off on a tangent. But in my brain, because I've been sleeping little like many of you guys, I come from the music community, the film industry. We came here and we were motivated because you are motivated. And the big thing about motivation is energy. So energy, to make something happen, the Green Party happen, we got to motivate the youth. And how are we going to motivate? We got to gather. If we gather, we can motivate people into voter registration. We can raise the money. Everybody raised $27 and we supported Bernie. That momentum is now. We have the momentum now. When's the next convention? There is another convention about to happen that a lot of people support. When is that convention? August 4th. That's the Green Party convention. Maybe it's time, instead of protesting convention, we actually participate and unify at that convention. And that convention has a person that wants to open up that space to a presidential candidate. Jill Stein is very open to the proper leader. She has invited Bernie to take that spot. I want to bring a consciousness of something and someone that is a very close person to Bernie Sanders that I have not heard anybody speak of, but I know people love. What do you guys think of Tulsi Gabbard? What do you think of Tulsi Gabbard? She's a badass. Why is she a badass?
Because she recognizes not only the value of military service, but the fact that this is about everyone.
She recognizes aloha. She recognizes love. She recognizes service to the people. And she nominated President Sanders. Mic check. Mic check. All right, I'll finish up. So my point is Tulsi Gabbard. Think about that. Think about Tulsi Gabbard. She's in government. She listens to the people. She's in service to the people. Green Party. Think about that. Next gathering. Think about voter registration. And to finish this off, because this is crucial, and this is what we did here, and we need this.
There are no police here. Thank you for your service. What's your name?
Okay, whenever you all go out of here, we have one more person that wants to speak. Whenever you leave, we're asking that you please pick up all the papers that are around you, whether they're yours or whether they're someone else's, because we promise to leave this place clean, and that's how we intend to leave it. So please pick up papers, there's trash cans, and here's someone else.
Hello.
activists.
I'm Cougar.
You know me, girl.
Okay.
That's right.
Thank you.
I just want to say this was the most fucked up 4 days I've experienced in a long, long ass time. And one of the things that kept not only myself but the other delegates going in there is our commitment to be your voice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's hard to describe the way it felt in there. If you can imagine
We're at a soccer ball.
being sprayed with acupuncture needles. It was hostile and aggressive.
You should be recording this shit.
And I really, really, really didn't want to go back after we walked out. If you mean what you say, let's go! Stop running for politics, let's go!
Hey, give some respect! Go ahead, continue.
So,
Mic check! Mic check!
I just wanted you all to know that we felt your energy. You guys kept us motivated. It was like an ebb and flow. You do actions, we do actions, you do actions. And I don't know if you guys bothered to listen to that bullshit speech today.
No! Hell no! Hell no!
I had to. I had to.
Sorry.
But Palpatina actually said, Bernie Sanders supporters, I've heard you. And we had Clinton delegates that, well, what do you want? What do we want? How can we bring you into the party? You can't, but at least she knew that she was not winning any of you over, and she wasn't winning any of us over. And she's definitely worried. Exactly. They're looking to us to be their grassroots arm, and we're basically like, we already did that. We brought hundreds of thousands of people to the Democratic Party on a promise that Bernie Sanders could make it different. And some of us made the caveat, hey, you don't have to stay in the Democratic Party. So, like I told Jill Stein last Saturday, I want a job. So, the next day is the DemExit, and I'm down. Thank you guys for being out here in the rain. Thank you for supporting us, even though you didn't think we do.
Thank you, delegates, for fighting for us.
All power to all the people. Thank you.
Let's march down Broad Street already. March down Broad.
I have one more announcement that I need to make, and that is at City Hall, 12 o'clock noon tomorrow. City Hall, 12 o'clock noon tomorrow. Any other announcements? We have one more person who wants to speak. Any other announcements? We love you.
What is the rally?
Thank you. It's all of that and more. 12 o'clock, 12 noon, City Hall. 12 o'clock, 12 noon, City Hall. So that's it.
Thank you all the delegates. Thank you all the voters. We love you.
You know what? I'm a good networker, so I have so many friends on Facebook. I guess my hope is just that some of them will see it if I send it out there. You know, best I can do.
Good plan.
Like you got some good stuff.
All week long.
That's great. Where do we find yours?
Right there.
One is the loneliest number. Hi, my name's Arlen Coney, and I'm running for U.S. Senate in the state of Colorado for the Green Party. Alright? I used to be a Democrat, so I know how all you feel who are delegates this week, because I was an elected official as a Democrat. I served for 8 years under the global corporate mafia called the two-party system, the inside party and the outside party. What we watched tonight was the greatest display ever of the global corporate mafia. All right? What you got a taste of, what I got a taste of, what the world
It's late. It's been a very, 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 very
They go to endless war. We have global warming, we have accelerating inequality gap, and we have racial injustice, and Hillary Clinton and the Democratic Party has been perpetuating it for the past 20 years. Why do you think it's going to end now? Why wouldn't we try to start a third party? This isn't about Hillary and Donald Trump. This is about capitalism. When it costs $3 billion to run a presidential election, the 33 Senate elections, and all the congressional elections, they aren't getting it from $27 from individuals. They're getting it from multinational corporations. And they're doing it, and they're doing it for the oil companies, the financial companies, the military, big pharma, big ag, and the Israeli neocons. That's what's running this country. We get to have some little things, but they get to have the big heist. This is a hustle. This is a con game. We watched 4 days of bullshit, and then we had to watch mainstream media repeat it, not report it. We're being lied to, and we're killing people all over the world with our military. Barack Obama, the Nobel Peace Prize winner, is bombing 7 countries. He has sold $1 trillion worth of weapons to foreign countries, and we ask ourselves, why is the world getting so violent? It's getting so violent because Americans are allowing this system, the global totalitarian system, to control everything. And it's up to us to not look to one man, to look to ourselves. As Bernie said, it's up to you. So if people are being killed by our missiles in Syria like last week, that's because we let it happen. If 60 million people are living in refugee camps every night, it's because we're doing it. If we're selling weapons to Saudi Arabia and they're decimating Yemen, it's because we're letting it happen. It's up to us to turn on the lights and make the cockroaches run. Run, cockroaches, run. You get it? Do you really, really think a revolution is supposed to wait? Revolutions don't wait. Revolutions are built on now. We don't wait for a midterm election. We don't wait for the next generation. Global warming is happening now. This week we had all 50 states exceed record-breaking temperatures. What more do we have to understand, folks? We've been lied to. The Vietnam War, was it a real war or was it a business venture? What was it?
Business.
Was Iraq a just war or was it a business venture?
Business.
Our country has killed millions of people, spent trillions of dollars, and we're standing here in a goddamn convention, marching instead of laying down in front of the convention center, all thousands of us who came here to overthrow. I hear people shout, shut it down. What are they talking about? It's not a goddamn slogan. It's a way of life. Let's get real, people. I got a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old. I'm not going to let them get to my age. I'm 57. It's 3:30 in the morning. I've been up all week. I'm running for U.S. Senate in the state of Colorado because when somebody says enough is enough, you don't push the goalpost back on enough is enough. Woo! You don't use political revolution like it's a marketing tool. I got the change and hope shit 8 years ago. I don't want to be looking at 8 years from now and wondering what happened to the political revolution. It's called overthrowing the capitalist system.
Damn right.
Do you get it? long time to understand it, and the young people here are getting a witness to it today.
Yes.
All right? When it costs $1 billion to run a goddamn presidential race, and they're taking it from corporations, they're lying to us when they stand up on stage and talk about integrity and talk about character.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Seize the fucking thing! Seize the thing! Can I get a witness? Yes! Did I make my point? The revolution is now. Who is going to lay down now? I got arrested in a Senate hearing with John Kerry, with the Joint Chief of Staff, Martin Dempsey, and the Secretary of Defense, Ash Carter, in front of the Senate, in front of cameras, because our country is killing innocent people, breeding terrorism in an endless war. When I was 21, there was no term perpetual war. It's a perpetual war. They want to destabilize Middle East because we have a weapons-based economy. All right?
Absolutely.
Are we going to go to sleep at night knowing that our taxpayer dollars are killing innocent people? No. I paid $4,000 to the fucking military last year in taxes, and they're killing people. And when you hear these goddamn politicians talk about we need a stronger military, our military is larger than the next 10 countries. Combined. We have 800 military bases around the world. That's called a motherfucking empire. Yeah. Right. Hillary Clinton is the queen of regime change. Yeah. Hillary Clinton is a friend of Wall Street to watch Michael Bloomberg get up on stage. What did they do? Want to rub our noses in shit? That's what we saw this week. Hillary Clinton is going to go out there and perpetuate war. She wants a no-fly zone in Syria. That's a war with Russia. She's not experienced. She's got poor judgment. She took us into the Iraq. I've been to fundraisers that cost $10,000 a person with Michael Eisner and Dianne Feinstein and Pelosi. And I shook Barack Obama's hand, and I shook Bill Clinton's hand. And when I was a kid, I campaigned for Gerald Ford and shook his hand. All right? It took me 57 years to realize this is the biggest con ever. And what I learned from the delegates this week is they con people to raise $5,000 to have a seat to make them look like they were a pawn and a puppet in a show. And the people who came out of there and spoke tonight, the ones that are calling these people sore losers, spoiled, fuck them. These people have the dignity, the character, and the integrity to not be lied to and to bring it home. I have 2 kids. If you have kids, you know this story. One will blame the other for something that they did. Why do I have to listen to Podesta tell me on television to a repeater, not a recorder, that Russia was trying to screw with our political system, our election? Hillary Clinton and the DNC screwed with our political system and our election. They're spin doctors. They're gaslighting us. And we got less than 100 days until this election is done, and now is the time to act between now and November 8th. Let them know that we are going to vote. We're not going to vote for them. I'm going to vote for Jill Stein. I'm going to vote for somebody who's willing to represent the people, not the powerful. I appreciate you allowing me to speak to you. I have so much love and gratitude in my heart for all the people who are in the streets, for all the people who are protesting, civil disobedience, laying it down for the people, not the powerful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
He's experienced as the head of the global corporate fucking mafia.
Hey, my people, how's it up? So I am first a poet, and then a human being, and then I am a woman, and a world citizen, and a mother, and a wife, and a daughter, and a sister, and a cousin, and a friend, and a neighbor, and I am also family to Russell, Iraq War veteran, signed up when he was 19, and I am cousin to Devin, Iraq War veteran, signed up when he was 19, and I am cousin to Kenny, Iraq and Afghanistan War veteran, who signed up when he was 20. He's a prison guard now in Ohio because that's the only fucking job he can get. And I am cousin to, I won't say his name, because he's still a military contractor as part of the drone operation. And when I see him, he can't look me in the eye because he knows what he does, and he thinks I blame him, and I blame the fucking system. And I am cousin to Francine, who was serving in the Navy and re-upped when we invaded Iraq and served on a ship outside of the Middle East in the Mediterranean. And I am aunt to Joseph, who went to Afghanistan and told his grandma, I don't know if I killed someone, Grandma, but I hope I didn't. Please forgive me. Because his dad is a youth pastor. And his heart is trying to do good. And he thought he was serving this country, and they fucking lied. And I am aunt to the dear husband of my niece, who couldn't make it through boot camp and couldn't make it through serving what he needed to do to be a father to his family, and had a really tough time reconciling. We asked them to kill in our name. And because of all of that, with all the voices that I am, I'm an activist championing a Department of Peace. And when I realized that people don't know how our U.S. government works and what a Department of Peace would take, I became a community organizer, knocking door to door, teaching my community what it takes to get involved. Today, I stand here as a delegate who sat in that arena and stood in that arena, and every time they talked about the strength of our military and the honor of our veterans, I stood in remembrance of the thousands who do have honor, but we don't know how to give them back their peace. And I stood in remembrance of the lost potential of some of these men that I am honored to know and love. And when President Clinton, the former, stood up and championed his wife's strength and might, I turned my back and I said, fuck that, I can't listen. And I stood up next to a man who had already been standing with his back turned to the propaganda. And then I was asked by a reporter, do you think that it was fitting that you turned your back on the president? And I said, well, he's the president, I think he can fucking handle it. And absolutely it's appropriate to turn my back on championing going out into countries and destroying them and killing mothers and daughters and sons and brothers and sisters and husbands and uncles and aunts and grandmothers at wedding ceremonies, at baptisms, at celebrations. Absolutely, you turn your back on that shit, and then you go through the streets and you say that is not acceptable, it won't be in my name, and I'm going to do everything I can to change it. So I said that I was a poet. My name is Bobby Jo Chavarria. I'm from Fontana, California. I was born and raised in Orange County, California.
down the street from Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, where homeless children sleep in motels without enough to eat. My first job was at Knott's Berry Farm, where the entire county was farmland that has been taken away from people, and not to feed, but to serve a corporate machine. And so I moved, transplanted to Fontana my senior year of high school and got stuck there. And it's called the Inland Empire. It's 60 miles east of LA. It's rural, it's shitty, but it's growing. It's the 14th largest metropolitan area in the country. It's the home of San Bernardino, where we experienced something awful, and they want to blame it on a disturbed young man and call him a terrorist when he was an American-born citizen who had been radicalized by the hate of our own community. So I did all of that and am all of that because I have two sons, a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they have never lived without a time that we weren't at war killing innocent people. And I will do everything in my power to ensure that when they're 17 or 18 or 19, they don't think that the only way to serve this fucking country is to pick up a gun. I will do everything that I can to change the mindset and the culture of violence that we are stuck in. And Bernie talks about that and that responsibility. And he isn't perfect, but he gets it. He understands our responsibility to each other. And so I came to Philly. I had to raise money. We are a working family, a single income family. My husband has been working 6 days a week, 10-hour days for the last 2 years, and that is the only reason we are still in a home. And so I had to raise money, and 47 people kicked in money they probably didn't have so that I could be here. And one family gave up their vacation with all of their frequent flyer miles and get me an airplane flight here. And I am so grateful for them because they keep cheering me on and cheering us on in Facebook and saying thank you for being there. And I wanted to do everything to honor them. So when I raised money, I can get a little sarcastic, and so I said that I was going to burn Philly down. That was my hashtag, burn Philly down. But I didn't know what that meant until I took some time to write about it. Can I share it with you today?
Yes!
Okay. So I said hashtag burn Philly down because I think I'm funny and clever and I laugh at my own jokes, which may indicate that I'm really not that funny. But what I meant was that I'm angry and delighted. I'm frustrated and inspired. I'm disillusioned and hopeful. I'm tired and I'm energized. I think I've meant not burn Philly down, but burnify Philly. And I've been burnified my whole life. The struggle continues, he said, and he would know. And he spoke to those that knew as well. He woke up some folks who have given up the dream. And he said, we don't have to struggle. He said, we can come together. He said, well, he didn't burn it down, but he lit a match. Fired him up, you might say. And he's burning up the nation. So maybe I meant burn Philly up. But he's also so down. He's down with the people. He is down with the movement for justice. He is so down to know that mincing words is unacceptable when you're calling out those that need to be called out. And you don't do double speak and say one thing and mean another. And you don't talk out of both sides of your mouth. He is so down to know that to really speak on something, to propose some solution, you got to sit down with the people. You got to stand before the people. And you got to work for the people. He is just that down that he's done that for decades. So I'm going to use a phrase that I know all that I mean to know. Burn Philly down. When I write it down, I mean all that it means. Because I also know that I'm not an arsonist. But I can be incendiary. Because talking about peace and justice and equity and the unacceptable status quo, it burns people up. B-U-R-N-S. And maybe what they got to do is feel the burn. B-E-R-N. And they would burn Philly down too. And they would burn this nation down too. Are you ready? Are you ready? Woo! La lucha sigue. The struggle continues. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now I gotta go to sleep.
That's the crucial thing that we got taught in our group up to us. Shailene Woodley's crew, that's the crew that we came. I'm one of the coordinators. I help build the village and the guilds and the community and keep the kids healthy. It's sustainability. In any movement, there has to be sustainability. And that is health is wealth. If we don't have good health as wealth and we're always angry and we're always intense, then we're not going to be focused and grounded on the intention, on the focus. And we only have 3 months. And the main focus that I feel is that we need to push for voter registration. And as I mentioned before, through voter registration, is that we need to push through the consciousness of gathering people, music, arts, and whatnot. Because people are less stressed out when they're in music, and they're very motivated and inspired through good music. And we have so many musicians and so many festivals we're connected to across this country. So I'm here to remind you again, in health as well, wherever you go, when you go home, be it like California, Alaska, Hawaii, New York, Philadelphia, wherever you are from, is like we need to gather and inspire again, keep the motivation going, because you guys are here and you're motivated, and those guys that just went to march and motivated the march in the rain, but there's millions beyond millions of people that have given up and they're sitting at home and et cetera, et cetera. So the message to go back home with is gather. Let's do voter registration, and let's teach each other how to be strong. And I'm about to share a song, because this song is very close to the Bernie camp. This is people that are very close within the Bernie camp. And in any movement, especially a movement that we only have a short time, and in this short time we can create a lot of energy, and maybe we can turn into tides, because revolutions turn tides very quickly in other countries. This is the democracy of the world, yet we're so limited. So I'm going to play this, so please be patient since you guys are the few here. This is a song that I think in the words will help you and guide you.
Power, is there a higher intelligence? What do you believe in? This is what I believe. Every religion in the world, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, essentially comes down to look not to others as you would like them to live. When I believed, in my whole life I believed that when I was 23 years old,
Obama won with Yes We Can. Today I saw what Clinton put out, and they put out a nice little video of it's beautiful women singing, it's beautiful, it's about the first female president, but we already have the song. We used that song this weekend out here, and it's viral. We have it, people. We have the momentum. Make the song viral. Take it back to your community. Spread the love. Unify. Gather. Voter registration. We have 90 days. Put this on video. We have 90 days. We can do this. We have the soul.
Right.
It's a wildfire. The burn in the forest is a wildfire, and we're burning. If we don't use this momentum, it's going to be squashed. And who wants to squash this? I like squash, but not like this. So, that's my message. And the other message, again, think of this beautiful woman who's courageous enough to declare him President of the United States, Tulsi Gabbard, and let's go talk to her, and let's get her into the Green Party, and let's motivate her to become the presidential candidate of the United States for the Green Party.
Wait, Jill's already got it.
Jill will give it up.
Why?
Because she already did. She's given it up to Bernie, and Bernie wants it.
I love Jill.
Jill's great. Yeah, I like Jill.
We all love Jill, but Jill knows the power.
Maybe you should let them decide.
They can decide in their convention. They can decide in their convention, but to let you know, Jill Stein will give it up to the right person.
Jill's the warrior, though.
It's the message.
She believes in aloha.
I bet we could get behind either one. Yeah, I love Tulsi Gabbard though.
I love Tulsi Gabbard. I love Bernie. I love Jill.
I know when I've heard one of them is
Jill's ready to give it up. There's a. I got to do it. Next message. Yeah, this is.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
I just want to say I'm out from California, and I came here to find myself and find you guys, and I just feel like I'm found. This family is awesome, and I feel like I don't even want to leave. I may never leave. You know what I mean? I mean, what time is it? Huh? Philly forever? Yeah, stay. Alright, well, I'll stay till 4, but for real, you guys are going to be in my hearts and minds and spirit. I'm going to send those waves. Nobody's listening. That's cool.
We got you.
Hey, can you guys feel me? I feel you. Can you guys say this is low energy? Let's do this.
I feel you, brother.
Let's do this. You right?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, can I let's do a We Are the 99%? Huh? No? Too soon?
We are the people.
Yeah, that's too late. Huh? So where's everybody from here?
Vegas.
Vegas? Philadelphia? Philly? Vegas? That's Vegas.
Houston.
Houston? Nice.
Who's Vegas?
Where are you guys from?
Oregon, Ohio.
Oregon, Ohio.
I don't know.
All the O's? Everywhere? Your spirit baby. Where are you from? Vegas? Ah, a big crew from Vegas. Bunch of buses? How many buses?
I came in a van.
A van, Cali? Nice. Yeah, I came from Cali. Where are you from? Philly?
Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus. Nice. Nice to cruise through there. Well, hey, we're all from all over the place, and sometimes it works out for us, and sometimes it doesn't. But we just got to keep on keeping on. That's all I got. I would drop the mic right now, but I'm gonna break it. So I'm pretend dropping it. All right, twinkle fingers. Appreciate the work. Bare fingers, sorry. Anybody else? It's put it on your heart. Just pick up that. I know somebody's been feeling that CUI. Come on, sit here. come to you. One. You'll come. Here we go. Come on. I knew it.
I'd like to kind of keep it a little bit more personal. I don't need to shout for a megaphone. I think we can all hear each other just fine. One of the things that I guess I think is very important is actually building new systems and really thinking hard through the problems that we need to solve. One of the things that I personally feel is really important is taking the power into our own hands. Way that we can live into our own lives. For example, learning to grow our own food. And even going beyond that, creating our own alternate economic systems, barter economies, using cryptocurrencies, gift economies.
Time bank.
Time bank.
Scooby snacks.
Using all of the above in the context. Also, another thing that I've been thinking about a lot lately that I think is going to be very important is that right now we've been benefiting a lot from being able to share things over social media very easily. Well, yes, and we just have to assume that it's going to be taken away. So there are solutions to that, and one of those things is to actually start using a lot of the decentralized web tools that are out there. There's a social network called Diaspora that was created back in the early 2010, 2011, and it was created as an alternative to Facebook with no corporate ownership. So you can basically just create your own diaspora. And there's another way of communicating over the web where you can create web pages that can never be taken down, and they're disseminated across the web just like BitTorrent. And the platform that I guess you want to search for IPFS actually. The letters IPFS. Another thing that we can do in our everyday lives, rather than subscribe to the electrical grid, is create our own electricity and think about the amount of power that we're taking. It's becoming cheaper and cheaper to put solar up. It's cheaper and cheaper to have really good batteries and charge controllers. And as the days go by, it makes more and more sense to kind of decouple from the electrical grid. Just all of these things are things that we can do in our everyday lives, and especially learning how to communicate. Because all of us come from such different places, and it's really worth putting in the work to figure out how to actually understand each other, just so that we can all. That's, I guess, what I wanted to share. My name is Scott. I'm from West Philadelphia. Thanks. I love you guys. Thanks.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks for taking me out. Anybody else?
Significance part of the story.
Okay. I saw the win. I didn't know. Sorry.
San Francisco Mountains.
I don't think I need a book. I don't know. Some of you may have heard this story already. I don't know. My name's Jim from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Jim. I traveled all the way to California and ran an office for the Bernie campaign. So when I got back here for the convention, they asked us if we wanted to volunteer. And of course I said yes. I want to help out any way I can inside the convention. So we get in, we get our training and stuff like that. They only hand out single-day credentials, which turned out to be really convenient for them instead of one 4-day credential. So we get in the first day and sit through the line of BS that they try to feed us, all about how they pretend to care about our rights and as human beings, and they try to pander to us Bernie supporters. And then, there's these mild little protests at the end after everything's done, Nothing serious at all, not even close to serious. And we get emails the next day. As we're waiting all day for these emails where we can meet up to get our credentials to get in, we get emails saying about 3 o'clock that we are not going to get any more emails or not any more credentials for the rest of the week. So we were effectively shut out of the convention as volunteers to pretty much silence us. So a few were were clever enough to go on Facebook or on Craigslist and look up, BNC, and they were hiring actors to fill in those spots that we would have filled in for $50. Yeah. So they effectively shut us down, got rid of the dissenting opinion, the vagrants, if you will, which that's fascism. That's the definition of fascism. Studied it my whole life. Spent a lot of money on studying it, and filled those roles with these fake, hollow, sheepish, smiling people chanting Hillary, following that same rhetoric. Yes, Emily was with me there for that, and it's a complete invasion of rights. I feel abused as a human being, as we all should. And that's just like the least of what happened. That's not even counting all the delegates. You heard the stories. But I didn't know if anyone heard the story from a volunteer inside the convention, so I wanted to share that so people know that it's happening on all facets of life. They scare you with Trump's fascism, but their fascism is just a more sinister brand because it takes manipulation and it's selling your own oppression to you. And I just wanted to get that out there. Know that. Thank you. They did all that for $50. Rather than just have people in there for free. And it's also worth noting that I'm like huge history buff. Like you said, I spent a lot of money studying it, and I've been waiting my whole life to witness something like this, and they robbed that from me. So any potential book I might write, I can't write it because I'm not there, but I'll write it about this.
Yeah. So even more important. So I knew that when you started doing it today, it was even more important. But
was that the one that happened in Vegas? Was that in Vegas?
No, that was here.
That was here in Philly.
Yeah. Monday was the day we got in, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, denied us access.
They did something like that in
Las Vegas, right?
I'm about an hour's walk
Las Vegas,
from where I'm staying.
So what they did, they have 3 conventions. The first convention, Hillary won. That was just a caucus, regular caucus. The second one, Bernie won overwhelmingly, which pulled the delegates to close to a tie. So obviously for the third convention, DWS and all them couldn't allow a Bernie victory in Nevada. They so proudly proclaimed the victory for themselves. So they changed the start time of the convention for all the delegates. So they switched it to an hour earlier without telling anybody, any of the Bernie delegates. And then they locked them out and let them in. And the people that did get in, they locked them in too. So they were in there for 10, 12 hours without any access to food or water or bathrooms. And so someone picks up a chair and he's a terrorist,
We did get food in there, though.
What's that?
We got socialist pizza. It's called. They were watching our feed, and they ordered food, and we sent people downstairs to bring it up.
So what's the plan for tomorrow? I know there's something over at with the Sheridan.
The only thing that I know about is noon at City Hall.
Noon at City Hall? Just on the steps or what?
I'd imagine it's.
I know that at 9 o'clock you're doing something at the Sheridan. There's supposed to be.
That was in Nevada.
Sheridan.
all that stuff kind of got swept under the rug. You know,
I don't know,
all the voter suppression that happened in Arizona.
I've got to
swept under
pack
the
up.
rug.
I got to be out by 11. So.
130,000 voters missing off the rolls in Brooklyn kind of got swept under the rug. It just seems like everything that's happening gets swept under the rug.
Getting eaten alive by
And they
mosquitoes.
want us to fear Donald Trump, right?
So I'm getting eaten alive by the mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Oh, dude, you see it in there. It's awesome. When you're inside there, it's like it's different than out here. Out here, it's all people that are us. We're all together in unity and one. When you're in there, you're in their world. Yeah. Yep. They're in there with their fancy suits.
Is there a way out to the streets?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
You see that building right there? You just go left of the building. There's a path that goes straight to.
It's a fascist thing.
It's the street with the P name.
It's bad. If you look at their
I
eyes,
can never remember that. It's not Pinnacle, Pinnacle something, whatever it is.
Like walk towards those trucks over there, basically.
Well, yeah, you'll walk in that general direction, then you'll see a path heading off that way. Just follow it up.
Right on. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet.
We're not trying to do
I'm going to
this.
stay or if I'm going to go.
Yeah. If you need to get an Uber or something, just tell them to pick you up at 20th and.
Yes.
I can't remember it again.
It'll be over there on the corners.
Yeah.
Did the cops have that corner shut down? That particular?
Yeah, all the way up to that corner. The whole street all the way down to Broad is shut down.
I don't see anybody else picking up the negative.
I think those who were marching are marching, and everybody else is going to try and get some rest. I would imagine they're probably just going to do some, basically what we're doing here at City Hall, and then go about wherever they need to go. I need to go pack and put something on all these bites.
All right, man. Well, hey, take it easy.
All right, you too.
Keep up the good fight.
Thanks a lot. Night, everybody.
It's a nice rig you got.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Good night.
And maybe I'll see you two in Vegas sometime.
Where are you based out of?
Alright.
Right here, huh? Well, there's a reggae festival.
I am not sure where Arn went. He was asking for a place to stay. And I kind of technically sort of got the okay, but only from one person. And he
Yeah, I'm going to give her a call. I'm going to get my card.
He walked away. Yeah, I'm going to get a ride. I'm not going to make that walk again. I need to get back. Try to get a little bit of sleep. So I've got the okay from one person out of the group of like 8.
What?
I've got the okay from one person out of the group of 8 there.
It's up to you. Just let me know. You decide. Did you drive here?
No, I was going to get an Uber.
To where? Just, do you have to go up to, like, City Hall in that area?
No.
You're going in a different direction?
Yeah, I'm basically, 20th Street's right up there, and it's just a straight shot up 20th. But it's an hour-long walk, and I don't feel up. Yeah, I don't feel up. It's a 15-minute drive at most, but an hour-long walk, so I don't really feel like walking right now. I'm just checking if I can get a little more confirmation, because I don't want...
What is it, 8 people sleeping on floors?
No, it's...
Big house.
Yeah, it's got 3 beds and a couch room and 1 air mattress.
Are you still going on?
Yeah. What's that?
Did you ever stop?
No. Actually, my wife is watching, trying to make sure I'm staying safe.
Do you want me to get an Uber? Lyft has a deal going on.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. I think they have 50% off.
Yeah, because it's normally only like $4 to $6.
What?
It's only about $4 to $6 for the trip.
Oh, really?
Usually.
But it's an hour long.
Yeah, just, I mean, it's a straight shot and everything, but it just takes forever. Okay. I'm gonna collapse. There we go. Those two. Put you guys down. Trying to find out right now if anybody at the house objects to Arden crashing with us just for one morning. I don't know if that will, they've got a camera at the entrance. I don't want the guy that owns the place to get upset and, I don't know, try to charge Drew more or something. We have had people come over just to hang out, but not to crash. And again, we had 3 people leave this morning to go back home. So we have the space. I don't know if that's technically breaking the rules or not. Nobody's answering. It's 3:46 in the morning, so I totally get why nobody's answering. I didn't have a plan, man. Know about him? This is him. And of course it's backwards in this video, so I guess I'll read that. U.S. Senate candidate for Colorado, social justice activist, political commentator, foreign policy analyst, satirist, peace activist, journalist, and MBA. He has 1,500 followers. I'm sorry, he's following 1,500 people. He has 1,700 followers. I usually stay up late at home, but this is just ridiculous. So I usually stay up late at home, but this is still ridiculous. Oh yeah. What's that? Because they want to know. I was at the Nevada convention and all that shit went down. I broadcasted the same way there, and I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. It was the first time I ever broadcasted. Nobody knew me. Just spread the word, and by the end of the night, over 9,500 people had watched what happened there through my feed, and so they said, if I can do that again here, they'd find a way to fund it. So I got 230 donations or something like that that covered the cost of getting out there and to stay so that I could record what happened. And I was able to get in to day one of the convention so that they could all see it live. And the whole thing I do is no edits, it's all live, or they stream it just so that they can see what we see. Alright, well, it looks like one of the people there already has somebody staying over, so I guess it's kind of technically okay. That one that just said hi, guy, that's my wife.
My wifey.
This is Arn. Okay, so yeah, I guess we can just order an Uber and head up there. Okay.
So if you're from Nevada, I'm from Colorado. I'm running for the U.S. Senate in Colorado. It's 3:49, and if you're, what are you watching us for? Right? I mean, we're here because we expected a revolution this week, and we thought, it was Rock the Cosby time, and we saw all these protests, and we kind of thought tonight was going to be the night where it was going to get completely out. Well, I'll say I thought it was going to get completely out of control. Were you in the center? Did you go in the?
No, not today. I was.
So did you see the provocateurs who were trying to tear down the fence?
So yesterday I saw them open the gate that the buses come through, and then today, when somebody apparently
I'm being called through Facebook. Oh. Okay. Hello.
Harold G. Bustamante. That's Cougar.
Oh, that's not you. Get it.
So, Arn, A-R-N, not Art. Yeah, one of the other friends answered, and she informed me that they allowed her friend that we met earlier today to crash there. So, I figure if we're allowed to let somebody crash that we met, because she only met him yesterday, or, well, not Monday, but she's only seen him twice. If she can do it, I should be able to do it. We're going to get an Uber. He's already offered to order it up. So, no walking for this guy tonight. I'll let somebody drive.
Are you walking up the road? Should we get a cab?
Actually, it's a lot easier if we go to, oh God, what is the name of the street? This street right here starts with P. It's 20th and Penn. No. This whole trip, I have not been able to remember that street name.
Yeah. No, I was going to head up to New York.
So they work lunch?
Will that work? No, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Because I think I am going to do it.
Or like, you can, I can give you my phone number, she's got my phone number, so when you're ready to do that,
What a great setting. Look at this. We should do something profound here. We've got 15 people watching. If the sun would only come up over the water here, can you see? Wouldn't that be amazing? We could talk about the rising sun of the. So, how many people who are watching know who Chris Hedges is? Oh, we lost our light. Who knows who Chris Hedges is?
There's about a 10-second delay, so.
So Chris Hedges writes for Truth Dig. He was here this week. I got to hang out with him. I got endorsed for my U.S. Senate race by Cornel West this week, and also by Lee Kemp. So I want to give a shout out to Cornel West and the Lee Kemp for endorsing my U.S. Senate race in Colorado for the Green Party. We were talking before about the things that we got out of this week, and one of the things that I got out of this week is that I have never seen a larger display of what money does in order to brainwash people, both from the media and from the party, as this week. And I wouldn't have known it if the people who were here as delegates from Bernie didn't come out and talk about how they were mistreated. And I'm so incredibly offended by the people who are saying that they're sore losers. I have a 9 and a 10-year-old, and if one of them blames somebody else for doing something, when Hillary Clinton and the DNC stole the election, and it's been proven, and then the media comes out and tries to gaslight us into forgetting about it. If Lance Armstrong cheated in getting 7 Tour de France jerseys, and we gave them back to him because Hillary Clinton cheated to become the nominee for the Democratic Party, what would people say? So we treat our athletes with a higher level of expectation and of character than we do the supposed leader of the free world. So we got to keep talking about how we're being lied to death by this party.
You're much better speaker than I am.
What?
You're much better speaker
I'll
than
keep
I am.
talking. If we'll walk and talk.
Walk, yeah.
All right. I got plenty to say. I'm running for U.S. Senate. A senator never shuts up. You know? I have to practice talking. So my favorite thing to talk about is the military defense budget and how it's $1 trillion, but they tell us it's $680 billion. But that's the budget for the military. What they don't talk about is all the other departments that have to do with national security, which leads up to $1 trillion. So the military budget is the largest discretionary part of our budget. So we're not broke when it comes to endless war. We're just broke when it comes time to fund something like universal health care, early child care education, child care welfare. We're broke if we want to try to build a super fast train between New York and Boston and New York and Philly and D.C. Did you know that Obama, I didn't know this until last year, when he ran for re-election, he had a CEO of UBS Bank, former CEO, run his campaign. So the Hopi Changey guy
who got all his money from individual donors and people like you and I, because I campaigned for him, went on to have a bankster run his campaign. So we have to always remember that this is a corporate totalitarian system. When they get up on stage and talk about democracy, every time you hear democracy, you think in terms of corporate totalitarianism, because it's the money that for the campaigns and the money from the lobbyists that write the rules and regulations in order for them to win and us to lose. So the system, it's silly to say the system's rigged because it's dumbing it down. The system works for the way it's set up. So we think that we're voting for a person who's gone through a democratic process, or that's how it's explained. But that's not what happens. So then you have to be, I have a master's in business administration, and I was a county commissioner for 8 years, and I ran a charity for 20 years, and I ran a business for property management. And so all of those areas have to do with budgets. And the one thing you do when you work with a lot of budgets, like I ran a $100 million budget for a county, I didn't run it, but 3 of us were in charge of it, is you look at the biggest expense items and the biggest revenue items. Now, if you're a bankster or a gangster, because they're the same, you look at where most of the money is made. And most of the money is made in war, and then financing that war, or refinancing the reconstruction of the places that we destroyed. And so it's a cycle. Bomb the shit out of the place, build it back up, bomb the shit out of the place, build it back up. Right? And that happens through the Federal Reserve, that happens through the IMF, that happens through so tired. But anyhow, you get the picture, right? It's like, it takes nothing for somebody to understand a hustler is going to want to take the most amount of money, or get the most amount of money, so he's going to go to where most of the money is changing hands. And that's what we got. It's like the Jamie Dimons of the world. So what I find fascinating in this election is how Donald Trump has exposed what the egotistical billionaire class is really like, and decided to actually fucking run for office. And now all the billionaires are mad because he's exposing how they run game on the government. And then the media, all of a sudden, the media that gave us Donald Trump is now acting so shocked by everything he's saying. Go ahead. We'll cross here. Oh, wait. I have to contact this guy who's going to come and get us. So, is any of this interesting? Should I shut up? What do you think?
What are they saying? I can't read it.
they said something. I'm Arn Menconi. I live near
These
Aspen.
Hearts, by the way, that keep popping up.
Okay.
That's people clicking on the screen to say.
Should I turn it up a little bit? It's only 4 o'clock. I could get a little bit crazy.
Everybody's saying keep going.
Okay. I got to let this guy know where I am. 20th and FDR Park. 20th and
Patterson.
Okay. And so we have a choice. This is a joke coming up. We have a choice between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And the way I like people to think of this choice is you have the New York mob and the Jersey mob, all right? So we get to choose between two mob families. Doesn't matter. It's just, look at this here. I think I start talking about the two mob families, and all of a sudden I've got, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this stuff or something. So anyhow, this is a great setting to talk about people who steal from the federal government. All right? So we get all these crazy-ass people who are running for office called senators and congressmen who legitimize the way to raise money. I got to take a picture of this. Hold on. Hey, so look, I got arrested, and Mom, I wonder if you could come and get me out of jail. They're going to book me over here. It's not a big deal. This happens all the time, except usually. No, I'm not. I'm joking. I'm not getting arrested. I'm at
20th and Patterson.
Look. I'm getting filmed right now, so I'm at 20th and Patterson.
Yeah.
20th and Patterson. So if you just go over to 20th and come straight down, you're going to run right into us at the park. What's a great slogan for my campaign? Somebody says, oh, a great slogan for my campaign. What's that? My slogan for my campaign is stop the global mafia. Stop the global corporate mafia. So should we see you? Will we see you in a bit? Hello? Ed? At 20th and Pattison. So go over to Patterson and then head back down to the park. So I'm getting interviewed, and the police are global corporate mafia. I'm being interviewed while I'm trying to give you directions. I've gone totally schizophrenic. All right. You on your way? Can I hang up? This is okay. All right, back to talking about the global corporate mafia. And this is just a funnier way of saying corporate totalitarianism, or for the scholars, it's called inverse totalitarianism. It's when the corporations are running the government, right? They don't need sovereign states. They only need the governments to operate. So they're able to have their corporations housed in Ireland so they don't have to pay taxes. They have their offshore bank accounts in the trillions of dollars so they don't have to pay taxes. So this is, by the way, all this freaking shit behind us, the cops and the trucks and everything, this is the security system that they put up for this commercial called a convention. This wasn't a convention, it was a commercial, right? And then people paid $5,000 to be delegates to go sit in the chairs and do a kumbaya in front of mainstream media, which is owned by the corporations. And then you're watching Chris Hayes and Chrissy? You're watching the MSNBC and the Clinton News Network, falling all over themselves. Did you watch these goddamn panels? There'd be like 9 people on a panel, all saying the same thing, but looking differently. And Van Jones, what the hell happened to him? That guy used to be considered a communist. Now he's out there totally sold out. He's out there making little selfie videos of himself, making it look like, we got to get rid of Donald Trump. What? The man, where are you on global warming? You think Hillary Clinton's going to come anywhere close to slowing down global warming? She's not going to do that. She's going to continue it with fracking. Barack Obama, drill baby drill. So we've got everything that they said that they were going to be transparent on, everything that they said that they were going to fix, they went ahead and accelerated it. Barack Obama has perfected the drone program. He's indicted more whistleblowers than any president in history. He's bombing 7 countries. They've dropped 25,000 missiles on ISIS. This is what they say. Okay, you could check it out. They said, I'm not a math major, but we started with 30,000 ISIS, and we still have 30,000 ISIS. I mean, 30,000 ISIS militant terrorists, whatever you want to call them, that doesn't even fill a minor league baseball field, stadium, all right? They keep bombing the shit out of them, killing, and then they come out and say we only killed 169 innocent people through drone attacks. The estimates are 10 times higher than that. And Barack Obama has the fucking audacity to say that those are the real numbers. I mean, this man, did you watch his speech the other day? Somebody just said they're ashamed. I voted for him. I've shook his hand. I've given him money. I'm running against a man I stood up for and supported, who's for the TPP, who voted for the Iran deal but didn't admit to it until the Friday afternoon before Labor Day weekend, so the Republicans wouldn't make hay with it, or people would even understand that he voted for it. These guys have no fucking balls, all right? It's late at night, so I'm going to let it go, all right? What they do is they have a campaign strategy called duck. Don't watch what I'm doing, all right? They don't want you to know what they're doing. In Colorado, for example, you guys from sort of similar situation in Nevada. You know,
this is people from all around.
Okay, yeah, but you have. Let me explain Colorado for you. It's a swing state, all right? It's a battleground state. It has everything from legalized marijuana to concealed weapons, you know. So you've got everybody goes there thinking they're, you know, rugged individualists. So I taught snowboarding for 8 years. Somebody else wants to wear a gun and go horseback riding or something like that. All right. So you have a state where the Democrat has to look like a Republican, and that's why we keep losing the Democrats. See, the Democrats keep acting like conservatives, and we keep losing races. So is that a strategy? We lose Congress, we lose the Senate, and now we're going to lose the presidency, because the wake-up call is Donald Trump's going to win this election, all right? Because Hillary is going to be under investigation for the next 4 years. For the next 4 years, the Congress is going to have her in an impeachment hearing, okay? So I love the lighting here. It makes my complexion. I'm more of a summer person. But they're going to continue an impeachment, and the Democrats are going to look like idiots while she's being impeached, and it's going to continue dividing the country. That is what the Democrats are in store for. And you know what? That's not my idea. That's what happens when you use your own private server as Secretary of State in order to hide what you're doing. Because when you do something like that,
do you know what kind
it's called a felony, all right? And you know who called it a felony? Is the Inspector General of the Secretary of State, all right? The people who are supposed to keep their eye on that shit has come out. And then we got an FBI head, Comey, who tried to act like he was an attorney general and said it wasn't allowed. This is our ride.
Ed. Hey.
Look, they know each other. Great.
What's going on?
You're all right?
No.
Oh.
Do you want to give us a lift?
Ah.
I don't have any space for that. So.
Okay, cool.
Whatever, Ed.
That's your
Whatever.
Ford, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So, Ed Higgins, everybody. You guys follow him on Facebook? Where can they find you?
It's so beautiful. It's so big.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
And it doesn't overheat in the...
So, look, you can find me on Facebook at Arn Menconi, A-R-N, last name is C-O-N-I, Twitter, A-R-N-M-E-N-C-O-N-I. I hope you're enjoying some of this. I really appreciate that anyone's even listening to me. And I'm running for U.S. Senate for the Green Party in Colorado, and my website is arnmenconi.com. I released a free oral history with Daniel Ellsberg, the first whistleblower. I spent 10 days with him and interviewed him for 20 hours and turned it into a story called Lied to Death, How Our Country Goes to War by Telling Lies. So we have this amazing system that's set up mostly on lies, because and you're going to think I'm a conspiracy theorist, but if you know a sociopath, you know that that's how you become the head of government, a corporation, a university, or a think tank. Because all these people are getting money. It's just like the American Psychiatry Association got money from the military in order to say it was okay to waterboard and torture. Right? So all this stuff comes out because of the democratization of the internet. It allows us to get this information out, so we could have things like WikiLeaks that tells people that they were in collusion and how they were trying to throw Bernie Sanders under the bus, which you're not allowed to do. It wasn't a fair. So if something like that comes out, if they're willing to do that, what else are they willing to do? I mean, I don't. They're willing to do anything. So the problem is capitalism. The problem isn't Hillary and Donald Trump. And we think in terms of overthrowing the system. Turn on the lights and the cockroaches run. So we keep exposing. You think writing your fucking Congress... See you later. Thank you very much.
See you guys.
Peace. You think that writing your congressman is going to change anything? I've written my congressman. I've been to Congress. I've been there for 20 years trying to talk to our elected officials. I've gotten petitions. None of it changes things. What changes things is when you show up to their town hall meetings and you start asking questions about their voting record. When you go to opensecrets.org and you start putting it up on their Twitter. So you put their Twitter handle, Senator Bennett CO, and you show that they're taking money from DaVita, a healthcare company, and you say that DaVita was indicted for Medicaid fraud, or you always just keep doing that because they can't stop. They can't stop watching this stuff and seeing how they're being exposed for their lives because the media is not doing it. We have to do it. Citizen journalism, like what we're doing in the streets right now. You know, obviously we don't have, I'm not doing it very succinctly, and brevity is beautiful, so I'm going to shut up, all right? Peace. Love you guys. arnmenconi.com or arnmenconi on Twitter. If I wasn't so exhausted from 5 days of, hey, I got endorsed by Cornell West, you know, I got pretty stoked on that, you know, but I love you guys. Peace. Take care. Good night.
Alright guys, we're going to focus on trying to figure out where the hell our Uber is.
I got a call.
And I have a feeling that I saw a car come up here and drive and park up there and then turn around and stop here and then go around. They're supposed to call when they show up, or text, whatever.
Most guys at a convention would be at a, would be at bars and clubs and doing something else. We're sitting here trying to break down policy. What do you guys do? Tell us in the notes. What do you guys do? Why are you paying attention to this? I need to know.
I'll call you. Once we get in the car, I'll give you a call. I'll stop the broadcast at that point.
Oh, this has been running for like 24 hours, right? Now, do you take this home, and when you're home with your family, you just do this? Is this sort of...
Occasionally I'll do a broadcast from home, usually if I have something that's worth talking about. But no, this hasn't been going quite 24 hours. I got out here about 10 o'clock last night, and it's been on and off. I had to do a lot of direct to the tablet recording because I couldn't get a signal to do a live broadcast.
So, what do you do in your real life?
Project manager for a sign company.
For a sign company, right? Do you get to talk...
You did mean it.
Do you get to talk to people? What?
Oh, this person was saying they're retired from the phone company.
What?
You asked what people do.
Oh, retired from the phone company. Okay. So, do you get to talk to many people at your job?
We have about 18 people at my job.
Yeah.
And the people up front...
Do you personally get to?
Yeah, a little bit. We don't get too much into politics because I think I'm crazy for the most part.
Right. Yeah, isn't it amazing that we live in a country that if we talk about politics, we're considered crazy, but we could talk about the Denver Broncos, and we could talk about whatever sports team, and we've got wall-to-wall coverage. We know more about our athletes than we do about what our politicians are doing, and that when they get up on stage, they can never talk about policy. It drives me crazy. Seven minutes till we can.
7 minutes? Yeah. Well, yeah, it is pretty early in the morning. Angel's a stay-at-home mom.
Stay-at-home
She
mom.
watches our 4 children.
See, you know, it's. I think it puts people. What I'm learning and running for office is always trying to meet people at the level of where they're at. So, for example, I like to talk. What inspires me to run for office is to try to stop endless wars. So there's a red dot.
Yes.
So
reflection from the light
we've been here all week, and there's almost been no anti-war movement here at all, even though Code Pink was here. That's pathetic. So the anti-war movement from the '60s is in ICU, and we got to give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation because we're killing innocent people by the hundreds of thousands, and we should be responsible about that. The environmental movement is balkanized, and to watch Sierra Club endorse Hillary Clinton is bullshit, okay? I mean, if you have anything, go out there and just talk about how the Sierra Club is a shill for these people, all right? And then you have what Bernie talked about all the time, just this increasing inequality gap. So when I was 20, I'm 57, when I was 28, I was making more money than the type of jobs that I'm able to make now. I mean, go figure. The homes are more expensive, everything's more expensive. And then I'm a white guy who won the birth lottery, and we have racial injustice. So if it wasn't for having little production companies in our phones all the time and people taking pictures of cops shooting their boyfriends right in front of them, white people would never know. And now white people have to acknowledge that that's been going on for centuries, and we have to look ourselves in the mirror and go, what the hell are we going to do? What would that be like if I was a black man and I was driving down the street and I got pulled over? I get pulled over all the time for speeding tickets. I never am afraid that a cop's going to pull up and shoot me, okay? But you start watching this stuff, and does Hillary talk about these type of things? Does she talk about Black Lives Matter and all of that? I guess this week she had some of the moms, I was a little confused, that lost their sons to that. But, you know, they have to pander to certain areas and groups in order to get elected. And I saw Jesse Jackson speak this week, and he said the Democrats, in order to win, have to appeal to blacks. So they do those type of things in order to get elected, to keep the global corporate mafia going, because the global corporate mafia doesn't care about the pandering. It doesn't affect their bottom line. What they care about is when they start talking about illegal wars, drone attacks, apartheid by Israel, and trying to free Palestine. That's what they care about, because we're run by the military, industrial, congressional, security, media complex, and the neocons, the Israeli neocons. That's what runs this country. Everything beyond that, they don't care if we get it. I don't want my MTV anymore. You can have it.
Alright guys, well my back is starting to absolutely kill me. I need to wrap all this up, put everything away in my backpack so that we can get out of here, get some sleep before I pack up to fly home. So I love you guys. Angel, I will give you a call once we're in the car. And is this? I don't think that's alright. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you all later. I'm sure I'll do some broadcasting tomorrow at some point. I really don't know. I'm going to be toting my luggage around with me, so I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to go to anything, but I'll see what I can get away with. Alright? Bye, everybody. Have a good morning. Night.